Fixing old things is never really easy. I myself have a lot of things in the past that I often refuse to remember, whether it be a past lover, a forgotten moment, or to be honest, anything about the past that you can't really seem to shake. Sometimes it leaves a tiny feeling that, if we're not careful, can potentially snowball into something bigger. And because of that, a lot of us, think it's just best to leave it behind. I'm a very sentimental person at heart, so I tend to hold onto a lot of things, memories and trinkets that speak to the past. So I understand that letting go might not be letting go. And maybe it's just being able to live with whatever has happened. And I think there is stages to this. I think we do have to be aware enough to realize, how much power the past actually holds. How the past can tug on our soul. And, even if we try to let go, we really can't stop hearing the echoes that, murmur in the background. And I suppose upon this realization, we are bound to reflect. We allow ourselves to sit with the past and share, a conversation. We sift through every experience, every emotion. And for me, I think this is the hardest part to do. How am I supposed to just sit here in my room alone, gloomy, and think about every single detail and every single memory and be okay? But I guess you don't really have to be okay. At the end of the day, we just really have to try and accept it. I guess coming to terms that whatever good or bad that came with it, we genuinely just have to accept that it happened. I do think it's important to note that acceptance isn't just one moment in the process where suddenly you're okay. It's all the baby steps of being okay, falling out of okay, and then being okay again, that eventually the baby steps of that turn into long distances. And then eventually you can look back and realize that, I am okay. I recently found a box in storage that had my old PlayStation 2. And this thing is old, and it was broken when I first found it, but a part of me genuinely wanted to reconnect with it. I wanted to reconnect with this old console, and because of that, I decided to try and fix it. So I sat there, examining every potential component that caused it to break, and like this, we do have to take our time when we want to try and at least come to terms with old things, old baggage, old trinkets of the past. But the point I'm trying to make with this forceful analogy is that when I finally fixed it and I got it to work, I realized a lot of things that I couldn't realize before. I realized that the graphics are old, the gameplay is tough, it's not as smooth as I once remembered. But at the end of the day, I think there's beauty in that. After growing up and after, so much time has passed since our prior experience, we really get to see it for how it really is. We don't wish for it to be different. We don't have to wish for it to be the same as how we remembered it. It can't change. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be yours. That experience is supposed to be yours. And maybe I won't play it every day. I probably won't play it every day. But in a way, it does serve a new purpose in my life. When you need a reminder or perhaps even a dose of nostalgia, you can allow your memories to coexist with the present. It's not ignored, it's not forgotten, it just simply exists. Fixing old things is never really easy, but in facing them, you find strength to rebuild, to live alongside the broken, and to discover the beauty in the past. And I think that's pretty cool.